my shirt's pretty cool. It says respect all pronouns, and it's got like.
And we just lost half our viewers.
Oh. Well, if you're a pub, get out of here. Bye. I'm just kidding. No. Anyway, it's cute. It's got like mushrooms and stuff on it. I like it.
A disco ball, it seems.
Heck yeah, we vibing on this shirt for real, for real.
What was the word for your blanket as a kid?
I don't know that I had a different word than like blanket.
I'm talking about as a small child. You didn't have a word for blanket?
Not that I remember. I mean, I could like ask my mom, but I don't remember.
I have no idea why, but we called it a bunkers.
A bunkers?
Yeah. And I mean, I think the most common
And like one, you remember that from like 3 years old?
When I was like, well, yeah, I was as young as I was. I was definitely not in school yet.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I think whoopee is probably the number one term.
You think that's over like blankie?
Oh, that's a good one too. What I call it, bunkers is what I called it.
That's so interesting.
I don't know if it was a family thing or if I just called it that, but
like if it was just what you deemed it as a child.
Yeah, could have been. I don't feel like it's too different.
It's bunkers. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I think I've heard you say that once or twice, like since we've been together.
Maybe. I also had a thing when I was a kid where I would replace the first word. Or the first word. God damn it. Oh, it's going to be a long pod. No, I replaced the first letter of a word with Y.
Huh. So, like, give me an example.
Like blanket, or not blanket would be a terrible word, but like sandwich would be like yanwich. And I used to do that. I have no idea why.
Go yanwich.
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do it all the time. I don't know why.
That's cute.
And then also, if we're talking about just verbiage, I went a whole summer with a British accent.
A whole summer.
Me and my cousin. This was my first adult summer. Like, I was out of the house. I had my own place. And it was summertime. And my cousin, Josh, he was going to college.
Yeah.
So, summertime
Josh went to college? Way to go, Josh.
He might have graduated, or I don't know. He was pretty deep in college, but...
Maybe he's got, like, an associate's. Woohoo!
But... So summertime was when he had free time, and so we basically would spend the whole summer together when I wasn't working, and we did a British accent the entire summer. Like, we would go into stores and order food in a British accent.
That's crazy.
And then when the summer was over, I had a hard time
getting rid of
the accent.
What?
We just did it for no reason at all.
That's hilarious.
That's what I meant. I miss the spontaneousness, if you can throw ness at the end of spontaneous. I miss that in life, where you just did shit for no reason.
Yeah.
Just
that kind of goes away as you get older.
Yeah, everything is so calculated, and you have to do like a risk reward assessment before you do anything.
Absolutely.
But I definitely miss when just you woke up one morning. I think I still have a little bit of that. I think you'll kind of sit where I wake up one morning, I'm like, I want to do this.
Yeah, I think we're good about trying to incorporate that into our life.
Into adulthood.
But it's hard though, because adulthood is very like, gotta do this, you know? Yeah. And then when you have free time, you kind of just want to like
do
chillax,
nothing.
Because like it's been so stressful.
It's a double-edged sword for me.
For sure.
Because I definitely want to do nothing, but when I'm doing nothing, I feel like a piece of shit.
You feel like so unproductive.
Like, and there's so much shit.
No, I agree. We gotta do a little checky check here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do a little
vibes.
Oh.
Anywho, welcome to episode 5 of the Window Therapy Podcast. We are the Underwhelming Couple. You want to plug the socials?
I do. So we got TikTok, The Underwhelming Couple, and Oliver Lloyd, the rapper. We got Instagram, Window Therapy Podcast, YouTube, Window Therapy Podcast, Twitch, The Underwhelming Couple, and Snapchat, The Underwhelming Couple.
We got
actually
lots have stuff on my TikTok now.
You do, yeah.
I'm rapping on my TikTok.
Can you like spit us a verse real quick?
I could.
You could.
I could.
But you just like don't want to. That's kind of trash.
I could rap, but it's like so not the
I'm
time. It's
just
not the vibe right now.
I'm just playing with you.
Have you ever asked me to spontaneously rap before? I don't think
No,
you've ever
that's
done
why I
that.
wanted to do it right now, because I kind of wanted to see what your reaction would be.
I could always rap whenever. I always got a verse in my head.
You just seemed a little hesitant there, so.
No, it's just I don't know if it's just content wise what we should do. Some minutes.
I thought honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you would like spit something funny, not like for real. I thought you would like, catch my vibe.
I have a parody alternate rap persona called Lil Dick Danny.
Hell yeah.
So Lil Dick Danny in the place to be.
You do say that a lot in our life. I feel like I've heard you say that more than like anything else. It's like your catchphrase.
Yeah, it's a parody rap personality who does funny suspect verses. And he just brags about how little of a schlong he has.
I love it.
Anywho, yeah. So it's been an interesting week. Your boy got back from some traveling. Mm-hmm. Dude, American Airlines. We gotta talk.
Yeah, what's up, fam?
American Airlines. No. Quit what you're doing and be more like Southwest.
Southwest is great.
Southwest, it's crazy. Southwest is cheaper and better. How does that make sense?
Yeah.
The
only thing that's trash is...
I'm about to go in.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to go in.
Go.
Every time I fly American Airlines, some bullshit goes down. Every time. The time before this, when you book, obviously anybody who flies, anybody who travels, when you book a flight with connecting flights, they set that shit up. Mm-hmm. You select kind of like a package. It's not like you have a big choice of I want this flight and I want this connecting flight. Like it's a package,
right?
And there's various layover times, and I can only imagine that they set that up to where you have time to make your flight.
Right, you don't have to like run through the airport.
I was in Dallas on a connecting flight coming to where we live. So I was coming back. And we landed and we stayed on that plane for forever. I get a notification. My connecting flight is boarding.
Oh no.
And I'm still sitting, not a soul is standing. And I'm always in the very back of the plane. Mm-hmm.
Because that's just where you gotta be.
That's where I always go.
I mean, if you like,
Southwest,
nosedive.
Southwest, you don't choose. Southwest, you don't have assigned seats, so you choose your seats. Mm-hmm. And the first seat could be open. I go straight to the back.
Yeah.
Back window, either left or right. And if it's not a full plane, no one's going back there with me, so I get a whole row to myself. I prefer that over getting off the plane 10 minutes earlier.
Right.
But yeah, so I booked it across Dallas Airport and got to my flight. They were on my boarding group when I got there. But that was stressful. Now, this most recent time, I'm trying to get home. Okay? And I was supposed to leave at 4:47. Mm-hmm. I get the text message. 4:47 turned into 5:15. Okay, no big deal. 5:15 turned to 6 o'clock. That's crazy. 6 o'clock turns into 6:45. I officially am at a point where if you calculate it from when I'm supposed to leave to when I'm making my connecting flight, I will land where I'm going and the flight would have already taken off.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make my second flight. And then I go to the ticket lady. For one, the gate people that sit by the gates, they don't do shit.
Nope.
They don't fucking help you.
Not
I go,
one of them.
I'm supposed to be on this flight that is connecting in another city. I'm not going to make it. She goes, can't help you. We only know anything about this flight. Anything else can't help you. You have to go downstairs to ticketing outside of security. So if everything were to work out, I would have to go back through security.
That's annoying.
Brothers. So
That's crazy. I thought you could go to the little desk that's usually like between the...
They can help on the flight, and it kind of makes sense, I guess, but they can help you on the flight, the current flight that's at that gate, at those desks,
that's
right?
So interesting.
All the flights there, but anything connecting in another, nothing.
Nope.
Nothing.
crazy.
So I'm sitting here knowing I'm not going to make my next flight.
Mm-hmm.
So they said you got to go back down to ticketing, and ticketing is the farthest thing away. Apparently.
Yeah, because it's the first thing when you walk into the airport.
So I go down to ticketing. The line at ticketing, we were in line for over an hour, just standing there. One person working.
Yep.
One person working.
Sounds right.
Bro.
Sounds great.
They booked me on another flight, and I had a decision. I had a feeling that flight wasn't going to leave when the flight were at the airport where I was at going to my connecting. That flight was not going to leave when it said it was going to. I'm going to get more delays. I know for sure.
Right.
So I had a decision. I'm about 5.5 hours away from home, and I was like, I can try to play this airport game, try to make this flight, or I can get a rental car.
Just
5.5 hours home.
Book it.
And I chose the rental car, drove 5.5 hours home. And then when I got home, I got more updates for the flight. And
it didn't leave till like
9:48 was the last update I got.
Yep.
9:48, and where I was going, for one, it was an hour behind. So where I was going, the flight was, my connecting flight home was supposed to leave at 10:47. And I was about hour and 45 from that, plus the hour time zone change.
Yeah, you
so
just wouldn't have made it.
I wouldn't have been home. I would have had to stay wherever I was going. So, and I would just rather be in my own bed.
And not only that, but yeah, you wouldn't, and you driving, you got home sooner than you would have had all the flights worked out in the first place.
If everything worked out, yeah. Yep. About even the original 4:47 flight, I think I was supposed to be home at 11, and I think you picked me up from the airport at 11:30.
Yep.
So, and if anything, I would just rather be in the sky watching Netflix than
having
drive.
to focus on drive. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
So it was really good. So I was going through the mountains.
It was pretty.
Where there's nothing around you, and then we're on this one-way road, and everything stops. And I'm standing still, sitting still in the middle of nowhere. You haven't seen a house, you haven't seen a gas station, you just see mountains, and they're winding, and they're like that, and we were sitting still for 30 minutes. Turns out there was road work in front of you, but boy, my anxiety was like,
what are we doing?
If I really paid attention to this scenario, it's kind of scary. There's no phone service. No phone.
Yeah, because you were having trouble getting through, texting me, like updating me where you were at and stuff.
No phone service. In the middle of the mountains, sitting still for an unknown reason. Yeah. Creepy. A
little bit.
But I'm here.
You made it.
I made it.
You got a question of the day for us?
I always have a... Stop playing with... Actually, let me get my phone out. I might have written it down.
Yikes. See, you said you was ready, and then now you're not. That's crazy.
You're being mean to me.
That's something that he constantly says to me, is that I'm being mean to him. And 99% of the time, I'm never being mean. And even when I'm being mean, it's not really mean. It's just like, hey, come on now.
It's just motivation.
A little bit.
So my question is,
okay,
have you ever had to reject a man, and did you feel bad about it?
Yes.
Can you explain? She's like, no. She's like, it's you. Fun fact.
There was a guy
You did say no when I tried to kiss you the first time we met.
Yeah, so this is almost a situation sort of similar to that. Except I actually told him no and actually didn't let him. With you, I didn't actually mean it. With him, I did.
You were just nervous. You're like, no.
Yeah. It was like a cute no. This was like a, no, please don't. No, so I had like hung out with this guy a couple times, and, you know, the vibes were kind of like there, I guess, or whatever. And then we spent some more time together. I ended up like staying at his house, but like nothing happened. We had just like stayed up late, and he like offered like, hey, like, do you just want to stay here? And I was like, sure. So I stayed, and then like the next morning he was like walking me in my car, and he asked me, he said, you know, can I kiss you? And something throughout the night just made me kind of like the vibe got off, and I just wasn't feeling it anymore. And so when he asked me that, I was like, no. And I kind of like turned my head and like ran to my car. And I felt bad because I could tell that like he was clearly like into me, and, you know, had like let me stay at his house and stuff, and like nothing happened. And so I felt kind of bad because
you stayed the night at his house?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, because, like, we had, like, stayed there late, and it was, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning.
It was a date.
Right.
You, like, hung out.
Right. And so we, like, hung out, and then it was, like, late. And so he was like, do you just want to stay over? And I was like, sure. But then nothing happened. And then the next morning.
Same bed?
Yeah.
Y'all are Mormons.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, he tried. I just, like I told you, something happened. I don't even remember what happened, but something happened that made me, like, swap. And I was like, not feeling it. And then, yeah.
2 excuses. Too tired, really gassy.
Those would have been good excuses. I didn't get him an excuse. I just,
rolled over?
Yeah.
Did you sleep naked?
No.
Oh. Okay.
It wasn't to that point,
I didn't think you were capable of sleeping with clothes on.
I hate it, but, like, in that situation when, like, I wasn't feeling it anymore.
And so the next morning, he walked you to your car.
Yeah.
And you said, he was like, can I kiss you? God, stayed the night but didn't kiss. Poor dude. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Were you not attracted?
Yeah, it kind of just, like, I think either something he did or something made me, like, okay, like, I'm just
physically, were you attracted to him?
Initially, but again, I think that like swapped. I don't know if, like, I saw him in, like, another light, or I don't know, something, and I was like,
he used his best pictures. Best pictures.
No, yeah.
Don't you know when people use their best pictures and then you see them and they look nothing like that? Like, that was your peak.
I want to say I felt like he had, like, weirdly, like, was extremely V-shaped, and, like, I felt like he had no neck or something. It was just weird. I don't know. Something happened, and I was just like, no.
What was his personality like?
It was fine. He was cool. But I also felt like, after talking to him more, like, you have a little too much baggage and you need to, like, get your life more together. And that's just, I had already been with that. And so it was like, I don't want to do this again.
I think in time period wise.
After my ex, before you.
Okay, so you were...
So it was like I had already been with the dude who was trash and going nowhere. And not that this dude was trash, but it was like, from what I had learned about him throughout that night, it was like, I don't know that you're ever really going to go anywhere. So it was like,
dating as an adult is so different than dating. I mean, for obvious reasons, but you start incorporating and considering things that you wouldn't before. Like, what do you do for a living?
Right.
I was talking to this one chick. Same timeline, exact same timeline.
Okay.
And I was attracted, good vibes, but she worked at a liquor store.
Okay, see, this dude worked at a gas station, and I was like,
same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually the same person. I'm gay. No, and then just talking and being like, oh, so, like, what are your aspirations? And it's like, I don't know. Just work at a gas station.
It's crazy.
Or work at a liquor store.
Yeah. Yeah, when you don't... Because here's the thing. Like, there's no issue working at a liquor store or a gas station. Like, that's not a problem. It's when you feel like you're not gonna, like, pursue anything else or try to, like, maybe even take that career further, or, like, not be like, oh, like, I want to get management experience here so that I can, take that other places. Like, you gotta, like, want to do more for yourself, I guess. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with jobs like that. It's just like, you gotta want to, do it for the right reasons, I guess.
Yeah. And I was dating my last relationship after my
the like couple month long one
before you. Yeah. And there's this one dude who, even when we were together, he kept, like, kind of popping in, trying to holler and stuff like that.
At her?
Yeah. And
not you.
and no, not at me. I'm a snack, but you gotta have a big appetite, you know what I'm saying? Squad.
Yeah, you do.
But no, he kept hollering, and she had smashed before.
Okay.
Like, they smashed before.
And so he was just trying to, like, get back in.
Yeah, it happens. It is what it is. And he had 2 kids.
Why didn't you just block him?
That's a whole other story with her.
Okay.
One of those girls that's like, I don't want to block because I don't want to seem mean. One of those.
Oh God, that's just an excuse. You just want the attention.
Yeah, one of those. Anyway, and he worked at, like, Papa John's, and then
I'm sorry, it's not.
No. But this is a grown man, by the way.
Like 30s.
Yeah, grown man, and
it's just not good.
And my thing was, wow, because my ex, or this girl I'm talking about, she had a good job.
Yeah.
She wasn't way more well off than me.
Yeah.
At the time. Now bag's different. But
yeah, no. Don't play.
No. I mean, she was well off, and I'm like, why are you fucking the the pizza guy.
Yeah, that's not good.
With 2 kids, no baby mom, or baby mom's obviously not together, and I think her answer was just like, yeah.
She was just fucking around.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound pretentious.
Right.
I don't want to sound materialistic and be like, you can only sleep with or mess around with someone that has a career. That's not always the case, but there are just situations I wouldn't get myself into. And
it's also just like, as a woman, and maybe this is going to sound shallow of me, but as a woman, like, you have so many options. Like, you really do. And that's just the name of the game. Like, I'm not trying to sound like, I'm so like, I have, so many guys are after me, but like, you just do as a woman, like dudes just, they want to get in there. And it's like, I feel like you have your fair pick. So for you to be like, yeah, the Papa John's guy, that's what does it for me. It's kind of crazy.
And he wasn't like a manager or nothing, just a pizza guy. And again, if you're a college student, if you're a high schooler, even a young adult, nothing wrong with that. But to be in your 30s, 2 kids,
like, you should be kind of on a career trajectory at that point.
I mean, in best case scenario. But the reason I bring this up, that was the first time where I'm just like, why would you even?
Right.
Like, I understand you're attracted to people, but there's just
a little bit more to it.
I don't want to say it's like, have respect for yourself. I don't want to say that, but it's something in that ballpark. But
also have respect for yourself.
No, it's something in that ballpark.
Yeah. No,
but
I get you.
I can't really put my finger on it, but maybe that wouldn't have been what someone does for a living, is never something I would think about at, 18, 19 years old. But at that time, I think she was late 20s. And
she was like your age now. And so, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Older. Yeah. But, yeah. So you want to hop into... That was my question.
I loved it. That was a good question.
Do you want to hop into Reddit?
Absolutely. We've got kind of a mixture today of Reddit things.
Are we doing unpopular opinions?
We do have some unpopular opinions.
Oh, we're mixing it up again.
Yeah. We got a couple Ask Men, a couple unpopular opinions.
Okay.
All right.
More of a traditional pod today.
Yeah, a little bit.
Last pod was a little... We kind of got off and did some different things, but this one will be more traditional.
Yeah, I think so. Like. The last one was so much fun.
It was a good pod. I actually listened to it from start to finish on that long ass drive I was on.
Did the gay frogs part make you laugh really hard again?
It was good. There's some things I didn't catch. Earlier on that made me laugh, but it was good.
Don't you love that? I love when we go back and we listen, and like when we're like naming the pod and stuff, and we hear something, and I'm like, that was so gold, and it wasn't even like noticed. But anyway, all right, our first unpopular opinion of the day: jeans are awful. I've got a new job recently, and I have to wear jeans. I have never worn jeans before, and it fucking sucks. They're tight and uncomfortable.
Wait.
I know.
You've never wore jeans before?
That's what I said. I don't understand how people wear them in their day-to-day life. And so somebody like tagged their tight and uncomfortable part and goes, "You do realize they come in different sizes, right?"
He only wears nut huggers. Dude's wearing...
Oh my god.
Dude's wearing 80s hair bands. Skinny jeans.
Maybe he needs to get jeggings. Maybe they would hug, but they'd be comfortable.
That's crazy.
Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious because of I've never worn jeans before. I'm like, so like in your life, you've never worn jeans?
There's two sides of the spectrum this person could be on.
Yeah.
Either they wear slacks and are super dressed up all the time, or it's just rocking around in cargo shorts.
Cargo shorts, sweatpants, just like chilling.
Hey, chill. Now, sweatpants are the superior... There's two types of bottoms that are superior, at least in my opinion as a man. Sweatpants and hoochie daddy shorts.
What are hoochie daddy shorts?
The shorts that go...
The ones that you wear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So comfy. Let my knees out. Let them breathe. Those are my two.
Now, the knees are like that's like the, us women, we'd be like, what's up with them knees?
I got good knees.
No, it's actually legs. It's really about the thigh.
If you saw my body... This is not a dick compliment, I promise. Literally cut my dick out, okay? If you look at my body from waist down, I have good legs. I have a good lower body.
He said cut my dick out.
Up here is where I fucked up, clearly. But down, I'm solid. I look like an athlete.
Yikes.
But So you don't have anything to say? You just wanted to read that?
No, the part that I just thought it was so funny. I have never worn jeans before, and I'm like, who are you? Why have you never worn jeans in your life? I feel like there's so many occasions that is so necessary. What are you wearing instead?
What do you go on dates with?
I mean, what if it's a woman? Maybe she like wears dresses.
That is true. The
OP could be.
The gender's not in there, right?
Yep. Anyway, I just thought that was funny, my friends. All right, next unpopular opinion. I strongly believe that breakfast, I think you'll love this one, even hailed as the most important meal of the day, should be eliminated from our daily routine. Instead of adhering to the traditional 3 meals a day structure, we should shift to 2-meal system, with lunch and dinner being the only meals necessary for sustenance.
What do you think?
I like this take because the person goes on to say, like, breakfast is just, like, kind of time consuming, and it's like, you know, in the morning, like, you're trying to, like, get ready, rush to work. Maybe if you have kids, you're, like, rushing your kids off to school and stuff. Like, breakfast is, like, difficult, you know? Like, I don't know. I would like to do that, except for the fact that I love breakfast food, so.
I'm fat, and sometimes I want an excuse to eat early, so that's where I feel breakfast is necessary.
Okay.
Sometimes I like today or yesterday when you're home and you can get me breakfast, that's my excuse to be fat earlier.
I appreciate that. I also just want to say the first comment on here is gold, and it says, doesn't matter when you have it, your first meal will always be breakfast,
yeah, because it's break fast.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
I thought that was pretty lit.
Get out of here, OP.
You're trash.
Nah, breakfast is the most overrated food, though. Mean it.
No.
I mean it.
I don't agree with that at all. You need to post that as your unpopular opinion, because
breakfast
that
sucks.
is so wrong. Breakfast food is amazing.
I like the sweet parts of breakfast food, so I like pancakes, waffles preferably, chocolate chip waffles preferably. That's all good. I like turkey bacon, but eggs are so meh. Like, yeah,
but there's
fine,
so many breakfast
but it's just meh. And omelets are just... Eggs taste like nothing.
I agree with that.
And when you make
it tastes like what you put in them.
When you make like an omelet and you put veggies and stuff, it's like you're eating veggies and maybe diced up ham that you put on the omelet, and then just fluffy nothingness.
But it's just like, you know, that's got protein. So it's just like, ooh.
That's fine. I get that part, but...
Okay, well, I hate the sun. That's the next one.
Yeah, sun sucks.
It says, I hate the sun. It says, I really do not understand why people enjoy when it's sunny out. It's too bright, too hot, you get burned, and it's harder to drive. I personally get headaches, and I've noticed people tend to act really stupid when the weather is like that. Reminds me of when insects become activated/crazy when the sun is out. Why do people enjoy it so much?
Well,
that's so funny.
First of all, I hate the sun too because it's bright. And I hate it when I'm driving and it's all in my face. But the sun gives you vitamin D.
Yes, it does.
So if you go outside, get some sun, you rejuvenize the vitamin D. And gotta have it. And
for sure. I take extra vitamin D every day because, you know, supplements are important, my friends.
Because it's like the Got Milk commercial. Did you take your vitamins today? No.
Got vitamin D?
My favorite type of day doesn't involve sun. So maybe I'm
rainy weather is like the best. What do you mean?
Yeah, I like overcast, 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
70 is almost too hot. You could go down to like 65. That'd be lit.
No, 70's fine for me.
Too much. All right. And now I've got an Ask Men for you.
Nope.
Oh. Being somebody who's been on the dating scene, on dating apps specifically, I thought that this would be a fun question.
Yep.
What's one of the most disturbing or cringy things that you've ever read on a woman's online dating bio? Some of the answers on here are funny.
So cringe, right? That's what it says?
Cringe or disturbing, either one.
As far as cringe goes, women... Oh, God. I'm going to sound bad.
It's okay. We
Anyways,
need it.
No one watches this. Okay.
Stop.
Women that are maybe not everybody's cup of tea.
Uh-huh.
That have requirements in the bio.
So a woman who might be a little bit below average looking.
Someone that is like, you're not really much.
Like not your typical blonde-haired, blue-eyed.
You not much.
Yikes.
And she's saying, gotta be 6 foot.
That's so funny because one of the comments is tall guys to the front with the little old school sideways heart. And I'm like, no, that's so bad.
Yeah. So.
And then the comments to this go, tall guys to the front, bimbos to the left. Here I am, stuck with you in the middle. Whales to the right. Cha-cha real smooth.
Shit. Cha-cha real smooth. No, and the other one is when you disclose medical information in
like mental
the
health
bio. Stuff? No, literal like that could be a part of it, but literal medical information, like quote, like what? I have been diagnosed with boom boom boom. Hey, that's actually illegal. You can't disclose your, I mean, I guess you can if you want, but there's HIPAA laws. And you can't, like, share medical information like that.
You can't share other people's. You can share your own if you want to, but... I mean... But now, is that something you should be putting on blast? I mean, that's up to you. It's up to your discretion. I mean,
like, if you have...
But I don't know if the way to advertise yourself is to be like, you know, I got depression, anxiety, OCD, and a little bit of bipolar disorder, and that's what makes up me.
And that's I'm horny. Crazy. Oh. You didn't see that bio? Anyways. No, No, stop putting your fucking medical information in the bio. I don't want to be swiping and see a girl that's like, I've diagnosed bipolar, I'm celibate, asexual, and I got no kneecaps.
So the very first comment on this, and I got no kneecaps. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. The first comment on this post is, years ago on Plenty of Fish, this woman wrote in her profile that she wanted men to send her their social security number so that she can run a background check before they chat. Hello?
I feel like that's not real. I feel like you made that up for the comment.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I can't imagine who would actually try to get that off.
Oh, somebody put, if you're feeling generous, and then it was her Venmo.
Cash App. No, the Cash App.
That's terrible.
I've ran into my Cash App girls.
Don't do that. You're so thirsty.
The ones that have no bio at all and just have the Cash App.
Oh my god.
And it works.
It does work because men fall for that.
It ain't crazy. Tricking if you got it.
Somebody said, I'm a bad bitch. Like, what am I supposed to do with that information?
Oh, I got one. I got one.
Okay.
I got one.
We're here.
The I'm a bad texter.
Oh, Lord. That's the worst.
Clap it up. Wrap it up. Let's clap it up. The bad texter. I don't want to talk to you then.
Yeah, like, that's what this is for.
Probably not going to respond. I work 98 hours a day. And it's like,
I don't get on here that often. Follow me on Instagram.
The Instagram girl.
And you know what? And that was a comment on here, and somebody wrote, like, you know what? He was like, I tested this one time, and those girls specifically, I would go follow them, and I would message them.
Nothing.
Never answered. He said 100% rate of never answering. As soon as I followed, nothing.
Yep.
And I'm like,
and
they just want more followers.
Yep. That is the only reason. The girls that say I don't get on here much, follow me on Instagram, or say, if we match, message me on Instagram. It is literally to add to the follower count, because especially at my last place of employment, it was a lot of younger women, a lot of late teens, early adults, and they just have dudes on top of dudes on top of dudes. I think, like, it's so crazy how you can just have so many people you don't know on your socials just for clout.
It's crazy. I never understood the point.
Just so when you post a picture, you know, it'll reach more people. And then dudes are thirsty, so they're going to comment and be like, you know, oh, you never have to work a day in your life, gorgeous.
As soon as a dude, like, grossed me out, or we just, like, I wasn't feeling anymore, like, you were not on my social anymore. Like, I'm not going to leave you there. That's weird.
Yeah.
You know, now whether there's select few that, like, you know, sure, but, like, I'm not going to, like, leave you there. Like, that's weird.
That's wild.
I thought this was the last one I wanted to comment on. Somebody said 666 rules.
Go get in your house.
Where are you coming from? Our dog just likes to pop in every now and then. Anyway, I thought this one was crazy. It says 666 rules. 6 feet tall, 6+ inch dick, six-figure salary. She sounded fun. I'm like, that's such a weird requirement.
0 for 3.
Oh, Brandon. Okay. On to the next. I just thought this was cute. Somebody said, what's with so many posts asking about how to approach men? And then he says, it seems like a daily occurrence, and the answer is always the same. Just go up and say hi. There's practically no wrong way to do it, and for most of us, being approached by a woman is so rare that it'll make our day, week, or even month. We aren't complicated. Tell us you think we're cute. Invite us out. We aren't going to blast you on TikTok over it. I feel like this topic needs to stick or something. And I was just laughing because I'm like, that is true. Like, that would make a dude's day. Like, just go up and be like, you're cute.
It's never happened to me.
It should be more of a thing. I definitely, like, if I could go back in time and, like, be a little bit more confident where that's concerned, I think I definitely would.
And from a man, at least me, well, not now, but I've always been so hesitant to approach women because, for one, me personally, I'm always mislabeled. I'm always look like a mean dude or whatever. But nowadays, everybody's so like the guard's really up,
right?
And I think the trusting levels of men right now from women are at an all-time low.
Yeah.
So if I approach you in a Target, there's a solid chance you're gonna think I'm creepy.
Right.
So I'll just leave it alone.
Yeah, and that's very fair. Like, in today's world, I think men can't really do that, and I think that's obviously why dating apps are so huge.
But it's also men's fault too at the same time.
Right, exactly.
Because of how crazy men are with women.
But and then I think just women as a whole, we have never been a species to, like, there's so many, to approach, men like that.
I don't know, dogs don't really approach.
Because I think women are probably more afraid of rejection than men, where men are like, I'm just going to shoot my shot. It is what it is. Where I feel like women are going to overthink and be like, yeah, but what if he, like, rejects me? Or what if he has a girlfriend? Or what if he,
That's a very good point. Men, there's some men, not me, never was me, and never really was a lot of guys that are in my circle. But there are men that just don't have that.
I don't care if I get rejected.
Maybe I shouldn't do this. They just let it fly. They're Steph Curry from the line. They just throw it up and just say, it is what it is. And here's the thing. It works.
It works sometimes.
It works sometimes.
No, for sure.
Because it's a numbers game. If you holler at 100 girls and 10 will say yes.
Your success rate is, 10%. I mean,
10 will say yes.
Yeah.
And that's more than me. I'm sitting at 0 because I don't approach anybody.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
But anyway, I just thought that was funny that a guy was saying that. He's just, like, trying to tell these women, like, yo, like, it'll make our day. Just do it. And I'm like, that's a good point.
I've had moments where I've just completely removed it from my brain that a woman could be flirting with me.
Yeah.
And other people will have to step in and be like, yo, she's feeling you. And I'm like, no. Just because no.
I've told you that. I've been like, I think you just don't know when women are flirting with you, and not because you don't actually know, but because, like, you don't really, like, have it go there or whatever.
I didn't do the DraftKings lineup.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch.
He messed up.
No, I think I got an hour. Yeah.
So I have one more unpopular opinion.
Let's do it.
It says, flip-flops are stupid. If you want to let your feet breathe, there are a lot of easy slip-on sandal style shoes that are much more functional.
Nope.
With flip-flops, you have to deal with the sole smacking against the bottom of your foot and the annoying noise it creates, and they're super easy to lose. Also, they break easily and have practically no structure. Potentially,
I've never had a flip-flop break, but I've never seen a broken flip-flop in my life.
I've had that issue before. But women, I think it's more of a women's flip-flop thing. Potentially leaving you stranded and hopping along. I thought that was so funny. It just makes more sense to wear functional footwear that's also heat ready. I don't understand why people wear flip-flops. Me either, fam. Flip-flops are stupid.
So I'm going to actually disagree with everything he said. I'm going to agree flip-flops are stupid.
Okay.
Okay? Sandals are not the answer. Here's the answer. If you want to have your toes out in public, stay inside or be at a beach. If you want your toes out in public, water park, beach, pool, or stay home. Those are there. So sandals, it's not even an option in my brain. I wear slides, but I wear socks with my slides.
So is women with sandals okay?
No, let them toes out. No.
Okay, women, so it's just a men thing.
Just a man thing. Yeah, I didn't clarify that. Thank you for having my back. But no, that's for men. Women,
I'm like, I have sandals.
Women have pretty toes. So, and I don't have a feet thing.
Men be having like them hairy toes and stuff, and nobody wants to see that. Other men don't want to see it. Other women don't want to see it.
I don't want to see my own toes.
Yeah. No,
Plus, I fucked up my my ankle playing football, so one of my ankles is like black. You seen that?
Yeah, you do have a little spot.
My right one.
My next estimate, when you're down there with a girl for the first time, what do you do when it reeks? And I was laughing because somebody goes...
Oh, easy. I got it. Easy.
I think you're about to say what this person says.
Nah, you go down there and you do the oh God, I feel like my mom watches this. Well, so you go down there like my live scenario, my live example. It might not be what this person's talking about, but here's what you do. So let's say it's hot and heavy, right? And you're going downstairs, to get something to eat.
Absolutely.
Going downstairs to get something to eat.
Yep.
Okay, you get down there and it's not
not great.
It's Stankonia down there,
oh,
right?
Yikes.
So you switch tempos, and then you get real sensual. And what you do is little kiss, kiss inside of the leg, kiss inside of the other leg, and then make your way up, and then go to making out. She'll forget that you were even down there, and then you do your business. Then you do when you're kissing, you do your business missionary.
I'll say I don't know that she forgets that you're even down there. I think she just goes along with it because she probably knows.
The little kisses is like, oh, that's sweet, and then you go back up. So that's what you do.
No, for sure. That's a sweet way to do it because, we don't always be knowing how it is down there.
And then you hurry up and get the fuck out of there.
But somebody said, and I thought you would appreciate it. It says, "Let it be a lesson. Always start with the finger. That way you can do a sneaky sniff check."
Ew. I hate this
so
question.
Funny.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
No, and that is the reason why your boy has never gone downstairs on any girl any spontaneous encounter.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
It's
the last question was a little what's the most embarrassing thing you know about one of your exes? And I was like, maybe that's too crazy, so.
I want it though.
Well, I mean, I'm all ears. I want to hear it. It's an Ask Men question.
I don't know. Embarrassing thing about.
Yeah, or it could just be like a weird thing.
Nah, I'm good.
No,
I'm good. No, I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be a gentleman.
A gentleman. Okay, I appreciate it. Shout
out to her.
Anyway, that was it for Reddit.
Okay.
Your girl's having some trouble today.
Trivia time? Or are we drafting? Is it trivia or draft?
Trivia.
Okay. So we are going into the trivia. I will go first with you.
Okay.
So my trivia topic for this episode is which album sold... It's just one of those days, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is one of those days.
We're having a tough time.
Which album sold more units the first week? So I'm going to name you two albums.
So like physical units?
Yep. I'm going to name you two albums versus each other.
Okay.
And all you have to do is tell me which one you think sold more.
Gotcha.
You don't have to give me a number.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
It's lit.
Drake's Take Care versus Jay-Z and Kanye's Watch the Throne. Which one sold more units first week?
Take Care.
That is correct. You are 1 for 1. Take Care sold an astounding 631,000 copies first
Holy
week.
Moly.
Jay-Z and Kanye sold 436,000.
Wow, that's a significant difference.
Yep. All right. 1 for 1. Good job, babe.
Thank you.
Next one. Travis Scott's Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight
Okay.
versus Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love.
Ooh.
Which one sold more copies in the first week?
I'm going to go with Travis because I feel like he's a little bit more popular.
And the streak ends. That is incorrect.
Really?
Travis Scott's Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight sold 88,000 first week. Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love sold 101,000.
Really?
So
I'm really impressed by that because I would assume that Gambino was a little bit on the less popular side than Travis, but that's crazy.
That. Okay.
But I mean, overall, I agree that that's the better album out of the two. But
all right, moving forward. Bruno Mars. I wrote Bruno Marks. Fun fact. Bruno Mars, 24K Magic versus Frank Ocean's Blonde. Which one sold more copies first week?
Gotta be Bruno.
That is incorrect.
Really?
You have lost 2 in a row.
I'm trash, y'all.
Bruno Mars, 24K Magic sold 231,000 first week. Frank Ocean's Blonde sold 276.
Wow.
Yep.
I really doubted Frank Ocean's fan base.
We got a chatter. What's
really
up,
did.
guys?
Hi, friend.
I think they put marks if I see that. I was
Is
writing.
that what they said?
I was writing it.
Oh, they put something else.
I was writing it real fast. And I didn't see. Let me look. I would never be able to guess any of them. Don't feel bad. Hey,
thank you.
But
I appreciate you.
You can chime in though. You can definitely chime in. I appreciate the
Yeah,
chat.
give us your best guess on the next one. What's our next one?
Because you could do better than her for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm trash.
All
it's
right.
not good.
We got the Young Money album. We Are Young Money. That is the album with Bedrock.
Yep.
And Every Girl in the World.
I can make you better. Yeah.
Versus Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon. Which one sold more copies first week?
I feel like this is the hardest one you've given me so far. I want to say Kid Cudi.
That is incorrect.
Oh my God!
Again, I don't know how you don't choose Young Money.
Because
That's
sitting
Wayne,
here going
Drake, Nicki, Tyga. Okay. But Young Money sold 143,000.
It felt like a trick question, okay?
Young Money sold 143,000 first week. Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon sold 104.
All of this compared to Drake's like 630,000 is insane.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Drake is that guy.
That's pretty something. Let's see what chatter's saying. I have no idea who any of them are. There you go.
It happens, my friend.
Yep. Here we go. So this is the last one I got. Is J. Cole's K.O.D.
Okay.
versus Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentleys. Which one sold more units first week?
Beer bongs and Bentleys.
That is correct. You end on a high note. J. Cole's K.O.D. sold 397,000 first week. Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentleys sold 461,000.
J. Gold did 397,000
first week.
Really? On KOD?
On KOD?
I'm actually really surprised on that. I feel like that's all of his albums are great, but I feel like that's his least great album.
Yep, there you go.
But wow, that's crazy. Well, I was trash on that. I was, 2 for 5. So not good, but it's okay. Right. We do what we can.
What we got?
Okay, so today I took a page from your book from last pod, and I'm giving you some Rotten Tomatoes trivia.
Okay.
So got, 2 movies versus each other. You just got to tell me which one you think has a higher rating, and then I will tell you what the ratings are.
Okay.
All right, so first we got the movie Us or the movie Get Out. Which one has a higher rating?
Man, I feel like it's Get Out.
You would be correct. Get Out is 98%.
It's one of the better movies.
No, it's awesome. And Us, not too far behind, is at 93%.
Both good movies.
Yeah.
Us was very creepy.
Yeah.
But Get Out was so good.
Get Out is creepy, but it's so intricate in what it's trying to portray that I feel like it's really good.
1 for 1. I'm going to sweep this one, I'll be honest with you.
No, I feel like
I'm sweeping this one.
Yeah, you're going to do good.
Let's go.
Let's go 5 for 5. You got this.
I'm going 5 for 5.
All right. Number 2, Why Him? Or The Upside?
I'm going to go The Upside.
You would be correct again.
I'm nasty. 43%
for The Upside, which I feel like is criminally low. Anyway.
2 Bryan Cranston movies, huh?
Yeah, that's why I was doing that. And then 39% for Why Him.
I like Why Him too much.
Yeah, I knew you liked that movie. That's why
though.
I picked that one. And then you know how I feel about The Upside now that you have me watch it. I'm like...
It's a good.
My favorite.
Shout out Bryan Cranston.
All right, number 3. This is also geared towards you. We have Blue Streak or National Security.
Oh my God. Two Martin Lawrence classics.
Yes.
So I want to say, don't jump to it.
No, I'm gonna wait.
Blue Streak's the better movie, but National Security might have been more popular. I'm going to go just with my favorite. I'm going to go Blue Streak.
You'd be correct.
Let's go.
Blue Streak.
I'm sweeping.
Blue Streak is 36%, which I feel like is criminally low.
That's such a good movie.
And National Security, 11%.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
National Security is solid.
I'm like, that's crazy.
That's a funny movie.
I know. All right. We've got number 4, We Are the Millers, or The Breakup.
We Are the Millers.
Yep.
I'm nasty, okay? I'm really good at this.
We Are the Millers is 48%, and The Breakup is
48.
I know, isn't that awful?
That movie's fantastic.
Yes, and then The Breakup was 34%, which I also feel like is crazy because I love that movie.
The Breakup's funny.
The Breakup's
My
good.
sister's been through a lot of dick.
I forgot about that part. That's awful.
The nastiest comeback in history.
Yeah, no, that's awful. Okay, and this one, well,
right.
the first movie's for you.
Here
You
we
got
go.
this. All right, number 5, Semi-Pro or Get Hard.
Semi-Pro's so much better. Well, now I said semi-pro, and you're looking at me. The answer's Get Hard, but I would choose semi-pro.
Yeah, you'd be incorrect on Semi-Pro.
Ah!
So, and that's why I did this one, because I was like, this is going to be a hard one. So
Semi-Pro's it's a better movie.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Semi-Pro, they're not far off. Semi-Pro was 22%, and Get Hard is 28%.
Get Hard is watered down.
I actually think I saw Get Hard in the movie theater with my mom. One of the only times I've ever been to the movies with
It's
my
a
mom.
funny movie for sure, but it's not unique.
Right.
Where Semi-Pro is great, but
no, Semi-Pro is hilarious. And all of these except for Get Out and Us, I was so surprised at how criminally low I felt the ratings were. Like, all of them I expected to be like, I don't know, 60, 70%. Because I, like, specifically went and picked these movies. And
you just go on Rotten Tomatoes and search.
Yep. And I just felt like all the ratings were so low. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah. But no, Get Out and Us being as high as they were, I was like, that makes sense. Those are amazing movies.
Those are good movies. Okay. You want to hop into drafting?
Absolutely.
Okay, if you are new to the pod, our viewers out there, we do what's called a draft. And any of those who watch sports or play fantasy sports, whatever, the whole point of the draft is you pick the best thing available. In sports, it's the best player available. And you try to have the best draft class possible as we alternate picks or we serpentine. But we do a little twist on it, and we draft things that are not sports related. And then at the end, let's see who has the best team, 5 picks each. And today's topic that we are drafting is ways that people, well, it's probably pretty much men. It's pretty much men.
It could be women.
It could be, we'll say people.
People.
Ways people try to have sex without coming out and saying,
have sex.
Let's have sex. All the ways around it. And that will be the draft today.
Whew. Are we going to rock, paper, scissors?
All right.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn it. Every time.
With the first pick.
You're never
beating me at rock, paper, scissors. It just never happened.
You're annoying.
With the first pick in the draft, I will select.
Please don't do it.
Come watch a movie.
Okay.
That has gotten me before from a woman.
Really?
Saying, let's watch a movie, and she was all for the shenanigans.
No, I've 1,000% done that. Yeah.
Come watch a movie.
Yeah. No.
Nothing will happen. Just come watch a movie. No. So that is my first pick. Come watch a movie.
That's so funny. All right.
Or a text saying, come watch a movie.
So, for my first pick, and I feel like this is very similar to yours, so maybe you'll veto me and that's fine. But my first pick was Netflix and chill.
That is the same thing.
The same thing. Okay,
yeah.
So I'll pick a different one then.
Okay.
I have my backups.
Okay.
Okay, so my actual number one pick is the unsolicited nude that you never wanted to see.
That's pretty clear.
That's pretty clear.
That's pretty straightforward.
It's this is, I'm showing you what I want without saying, have sex with me.
Putting it out on the table.
Yep. That's how it goes. Okay, and for my second pick, getting the I wish I had someone to cuddle right now text. Which is more prevalent when you're younger, but like it's a thing that like guys on Tinder, when I was on Tinder, that was like a line that so many of them would use, and I'm like, motherfucker, you just want to bang. So just say that. We don't need to do this pretend like you want to cuddle, because you don't. Anyway, on to you.
Those are your 2 picks. Okay.
Those are my 2.
My next 2 picks are the guy that always asks for a hug.
Oh my god. They're out there. Everywhere.
The person that always asks for, where's my hug at? Can I get a hug?
Don't you hate that?
Oh,
well, you're a
dudes
man.
don't do that to me.
I hate that.
Dudes don't do that to me.
All my women friends, don't you hate that?
Yeah, always asking for a hug. That person always wants to smash.
Absolutely.
And my next pick, the 3 a.m. what are you doing text.
Yup, that's a good one. That is a good one. I didn't even think about that one. I love that pick. Oh my gosh. All right, my number 3 pick is so fire, okay? My number 3 pick is the eggplant emoji with the water drops. You get that text and you know what time it is, from a man or from a woman. It's time to go.
Holy shit.
And my 4th pick, this is a phrase, and I saw this and I thought it was hilarious. It says, whether it snows tonight or not, you're getting 7 inches. Excuse me?
Jesus Christ. People
I had never heard that before. It's hilarious.
No bounds, man.
No, they really don't.
They have no bounds.
Not at all. All right, what is your 4th and 5th pick, my friend?
All right, my 4th and 5th pick. My 4th and 5th final pick. Where's my note? Oh, okay, there we go. The man that offers to cook dinner.
Yeah.
That means one thing.
Yep.
I'm not doing all this work, going stupid with the paprika to be like the dude you was talking about earlier in the pod that just slept in the bed and y'all didn't even kiss or anything. Yo, I'm not going dummy with the garlic powder to not get some action.
No, for sure.
That's my 4th pick. And then my last pick is the person that always talks down on either someone you're with or your ex.
Oh, the dirty macker.
The dirty macker.
Yeah.
The person that's like, you didn't deserve that, right?
You know you deserve better than him, right? Like, I could treat you better than that.
I would never. I would never. Or
That's so
or
funny.
the I've been in this situation where the woman was talking about either an ex or a previous partner, even serious or not serious, and she talks about how he used to throw it down and really like go crazy, and I'm like, he ain't me though, is what I'm saying. Like, you can't, for whatever reason, your natural reaction is just to be like,
no, but even as a woman, that's your natural reaction. Like, if a dude starts talking about that his ex is like crazy.
You've always been super cool with that though.
What?
Like, when I tell you that like other women like did their thing, you've always just been like,
Cause I don't care. Cause I know how I lay it down now, so it's like,
uh-oh.
I don't give a fuck. She could have done her best. It's still not as good as me. Like, that's just how I feel.
Damn. Say it with your chest, though.
No.
That's crazy.
Your last pick. All right. My last pick, and then I have an honorable mention, but my last pick is from a woman's perspective, and a corny one, but so great. Can you help me with my vitamin D deficiency?
Okay, now you're just talking about funny phrases.
I like it. And then the other one was, man, don't you hate pants? And you like, you have done that before, which is so funny. When we've engaged in relations, don't you just hate wearing clothes? You can get naked.
When we engage in relations.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Man, don't you just hate pants?
So you want to, that's our draft. Do you want to just kind of go back and so my picks were come watch a movie. My team, this is my team of 5. The come watch a movie. The text at 3 a.m. saying, what are you doing?
That's so good.
talking down on the
Dirty Mackin'.
talking down on either your current partner or an ex, the person always asking for a hug, and the person that always offers to cook for you at their place. I feel like I should have put that in there, but at their place.
Yep.
Or no, it could be her.
I was gonna say either one.
Just if I'm cooking, I'm booking. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't get, the lobster dinner without, like,
and then
putting a little something out there.
Run through your team.
All right, mine was the unsolicited nude that you never wanted to see.
Yep.
The getting I wish I had someone to cuddle right now text. The eggplant emoji with the water drops. And my couple of phrases, what I think are so funny, whether it snows tonight or not, you're getting 7 inches. And
has someone used that on you? Well, no, we never lived in a place where it snowed.
No, it was just really funny, and I was like, this is awesome. And then it says, man, don't you hate pants? That was my other one. I also have a fun bonus for this section that I forgot about until this point. I made a post on Reddit personally and asked people, what is ways that you tell someone you want to smash without actually saying I want to smash?
Oh, wow.
And
people responded.
Some people responded. Some of them were weird. One of them was, can I walk you home? That's weird. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
That's a good one.
And then this was hilarious. This person said, make a circle with my finger and thumb in left hand. Slowly push index finger on the right hand in and out of the circle. All the while, I stare into their eyes while slowly nodding my head and thrusting my hips.
No, you go like this.
Then I just say, follow me.
Reddit is so good, man.
And then somebody said, "Auga, we make babies or not make babies." And then you get in the cave and fuck the saber tooth out of her.
Holy shit!
Gold!
Oh my god! Some people are just savages,
oh my
bro.
God! And the other comments weren't as good, but those two were gold. And I was like, I have to talk about this.
Such a smart idea of you.
Yeah.
So that we could go over it on the pod.
That's why the other day, whenever we were doing this research, and I was like laughing my ass off, and you were looking at me like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, I can't even tell you right now.
The chatter that's been watching us called me the Riz King.
The what?
The Riz. You know what Riz is? Oh, you're not in today's culture.
I'm sorry, friend.
Riz is your game. Like your ability to spit game and pull the opposite sex.
No, yeah, he's got some crazy game.
Nah, my shit's crazy, son.
No.
So the way I look at it is,
you said everything you needed to say to get me to be your girlfriend.
I'm somebody's cup of tea. That's why we are the underwhelming couple.
Yep.
Because you're someone's cup of tea, I'm someone's cup of tea, but it's not very universal.
Right. We're not a universal, like,
someone's
everybody
gotta
likes.
be looking for me.
Right.
And looking for her. You less than me.
Well, just because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
For no other reason than the fact that I'm a woman.
So, the fact that I am not the most, aesthetically pleasing guy, I have to be good with my words. I gotta know what to say, when to say it. So it's typical overcompensation.
No, being good with words as a man, like, that is one of the biggest flexes you can have, for sure.
And I've made music since I was 11 years old.
Right.
So just
words is easy, comes easy to you.
Words and what to say and putting things in a clever way,
right,
has always been something I've been able to do.
For sure.
That is fantastic. Thank you for hanging with us, Chatter. You've been with us for a while.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. So we're done with drafting, and we did trivia. Now we're just on to just regular news.
Yeah. What you got for me?
I want to talk about, and Chatter chime in, I want to talk about these movies that are being remade, time and time again. The third Willy Wonka movie is coming out.
Yes, I saw that.
With Timothy Chalamet, whatever his name is.
Why are we doing that?
I don't understand how you can get off making a movie 3 times. There was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Now there's Wonka. Bro, I'm sick of it.
Yeah, because, like, come up with, like, a new idea. Why are we going back? Why are we running out of ideas?
To answer your question, I think it's too much of a risk I think it's too much of a risk financially to come up with a brand spanking new idea.
Because it could just be a complete flop.
Because the shit that's supposed to work isn't working.
Right.
The shit that's supposed to be a hit is not hitting.
Like Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear was... I hear that it was crazy.
No, I think I looked at the rating on Rotten Tomato and it wasn't that great.
But I think people just had such a low expectation that they went and saw it and were like, hey, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Because they thought it was probably going to be the worst thing ever.
Also, I think it's just hard, like, in today's world to make new movies because, like, people are not going to the movies like they used to. It's coming to streaming platforms.
But that's still a reason to make content.
No, I get that. But I just think, you don't do as much in the box office. So I feel like it's not... I just feel like the drive is not as there because before, like, it was a huge profitable... place, and I think now it's all gone to these streaming platforms, and so people are they're getting lazy with it.
I think, to your point, the last thing you said, people are getting lazy with it. I don't necessarily look at it as lazy, which it is, but I don't think that's the intent behind it.
Right.
I think we have to put something out that people are already familiar with. Mm-hmm. Because if you put out a movie called Mr. Jefferson, and there's no book about Mr. Jefferson, there's no old TV show, no old movie about Mr. Jefferson, who's going to want to see that? Mm-hmm. But if you put out a movie called Wonka, even parents of kids are going to say, oh, yeah, that's Wonka, and that's what I grew up on, so I'm gonna take you to it. Right. And even you get some of the younger audiences that are old enough, like me, to remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Right. I've seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but that was out before I was born. Yeah. But Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a fucked up movie, though. With Johnny Depp.
So
all them kids were dying and being turned into candy, bro. That's weird.
It is very weird.
And he had major serial killer vibes. Johnny Depp did.
No, but I think both of the movies. I've seen both of them. I think they're
the
both
first
creepy.
one was innocent. The first one was just it was literally what it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember the first one.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was just...
I must have seen the Johnny Depp one a lot more.
Why? But when you watched it as a kid, because that's when it came out, was when we were kids. I want to say it came out in 2006. I want to say.
Yeah.
And check to see if I'm right.
I was gonna say I was about to look.
I'm so terrible with my dates that if I do get it right, I'm so impressed with myself.
2005.
One off.
You're close.
But.
No, that one
watching that as
me
a
out
kid,
as a child.
See, it didn't freak me out as a kid.
No, it didn't.
I had that movie on DVD. I watched it all the time as a kid. But when I rewatched it as an adult, I was like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
This is weird.
No, I don't know. There was just something about it. I always felt creeped out about the fact that they were like things were like happening to the kids, like the kid who like fell into the chocolate river and
then he got sucked up in the thing and he got turned into chocolate.
Right. And then the girl who like turned into the giant blueberry thing, like it was just all creepy to me. I just
Oh, Letty's throwing up. No way.
What?
Our dog's throwing up.
Is this literally happening right now?
Wow. We gotta keep going. We just gotta keep going.
Nope, it's all good. So sorry, friends.
Going. That's gross.
How dare you?
Jesus.
I'm so sorry, friends.
Yeah, so that's
she's ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's one of those things where I'm sick, and it's creeping its way into music, where
songs are being
mainly.
Oh my God, you're right.
Mainly, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, but mainly young female rappers are. Meg Thee Stallion did NWA Eazy-E. Right? I don't want to... It might have been Lotto. One of these younger...
What about the Tiny Dancer song?
Ew. But I don't want to talk about that. One of these younger rappers... It could have been Lotto. I might be wrong. But she did Juicy J's or 3 6 Mafia. Slap on my knob. Like corn on the cob. Did that one. And then I saw one the other day. So I saw the song... I forget the name of it, but it was the same album cover type as "Grindin" by Clips. "Grindin" with Pharrell, old classic hip hop record.
Right.
And I'm like, I saw the album cover, and I don't remember what the name of the song is, but it rhymed with "Grindin." It was either like "Slide In" or it was something that rhymed, and I was like, don't do it. As soon as I click it, boom, 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 and I'm like, no,
don't do this to me.
It's taking all Central C, the British rapper, did "Let Me Blow Your Mind" by Eve.
Yeah, no,
and it's
that's
like,
wrong. Don't do that.
Make your, but again, it's the same concept as the movies. It's like we have to do something that has already been done to get our foot in the door.
Yeah, honestly, we might be on the lesser side of people who don't like that. Like, there might be a bigger audience of people who are,
excited to see it,
enjoy that. Whereas just because of how we listen to music and how we like to take in music, I can see where we might be on the, the 20% of people who don't enjoy that.
I spend so much time writing and recording music to where I'm like, oh, let me delete this because this sounds like this.
Right.
That's not there with nowadays. But.
No, it's not.
So I wrote that down. I was pissed off at movies being remade. Yeah. And now they're remaking the remake.
It's weird.
They're remaking the remake. And it's weird, but...
Yeah, to do the Wonka movie for the third time, that's crazy to me. Like, we've already remade it. Why are we remaking it again? That's insane.
But it's one thing, and I want to be clear that I'm not talking about movies with sequels.
That's different.
Because sequels are sequels. This is remake.
Sequels is a continuation.
Like, Fast and Furious has 36 fucking movies. Right. But at least it's a story continuation. This is like, none of the movies ever happened. No, yeah. And that's weird. So now we're on to the portion of the... Everything okay?
Yeah, I was just checking our Twitch. I wanted to see.
No, I got it pulled up.
Oh, do you? Okay.
We are on to the portion of the pod where we talk about rat beef, because I got 2 different rat beefs.
Okay. It sounded like you said rat, and I was like, what's up?
Stuart Little did what?
He's a mouse.
There's a difference? There's a difference between rat and mouse? I thought that was just a word for... I thought it was like a derogatory term. I thought it was like the N-word for mouses is rat.
Really?
Are you I'm dead serious.
Yeah, no, it's two.
A mouse and a rat's 2 different things.
Yeah, rats are like huge.
So like, if you're pissed at a dog, you call it a mutt.
Yeah, no, that's not
how I thought it was like if you're mad at a mouse, you call it a rat.
No.
I thought it was like the N-word for mouses.
Mice.
Meese.
Meese. No, no. Mice are really like, they're really little. You can go like, I mean, you can buy rats in a pet store too, but like they're like this big. Rats are like yay big. Like they're big. Okay. You never heard like the New York rats? They'd be huge. They're like mice.
No, I've seen. I just thought I would. Okay. Here we are. I don't know much about rodents. Except that dog funny. Looks like one.
Hey, yeah, you leave my Otis alone.
Okay, but we're talking about rat beef. We got 2 different beefs to talk about. Russ and Travis Scott are beefing. Well, it seems one-sided at this point. Russ is beefing with Travis Scott, and here's why. Travis Scott is going to be performing his new album Utopia in the pyramids of Egypt. Russ is hating. That's crazy, by the way. Well, Russ is hating because he did it already. Russ, in 2022, performed at the pyramids of Egypt.
Oh my God, I've done something, so you're not allowed to do it again.
So he's literally on Twitter. I'm going to assume it's Twitter. It could be Instagram, but I'm pretty sure it's Twitter, where people are saying Travis Scott's going to be the first rapper to rap at the pyramids, and he's literally himself commenting, saying, nope, it was me. Which... I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't go post to post and comment. Yeah. But you could see where he's salty. Like, I did that.
People are saying that he's the
Travis
first.
Scott's the first when he did
that makes sense. Now, just being upset that he's doing it too, I would be like...
There's more.
Oh,
there's more.
Okay.
So, Russ is currently selling his vinyls on his website for $12, which is a pretty odd number. $12. Not 10, not 15, not 20, right? Travis Scott changed the prices of his CDs to go to $12.
Huh.
So there's that. So Russ is saying that Travis is copying him. Russ went as far as to reply to a tweet, said Travis Scott would be the first rapper to perform at the pyramids, and Russ commented, "Cap, do your research." So Russ is a little pissed off dude.
I mean,
I mean little. The dude's like 5'5".
Yeah. I don't blame him for being upset, mostly because people are saying that Travis is the first person to do it when he's not.
But don't you feel like it's corny to be the one to correct people?
I don't know.
I think it's corny. Like that for me, you're trying really hard to get validation. And you know how you get validation?
Be better.
Well, from everybody else. Other people give you validation. You trying so hard to give yourself validation is weird to me. Like, no, it was me. I was the first one, not him. That's corny to me.
I get what you're saying.
That's corny. But at the same time, I will say I understand why he would feel that way. But I would stop it there.
Yeah.
If I felt salty, I would stop it there and let fans or whoever do the rest. But, yeah, I'm so excited for that Travis Scott album, though. Utopia. Crazy.
When does it come out?
The date hasn't officially been released, but the rumor date is the 21st, which is next Friday.
Okay.
And then I think Post Malone's coming too.
That's gonna be.
I think
great.
I didn't look up the date, but I think
because this past Friday or the Friday before where we were looking at music and we were like, "There's nothing."
Yesterday, because this is Saturday. Yesterday,
no, it was last week.
Was a good.
Yeah.
We got the Coco Jones and Justin Timberlake record.
That record.
Timberlake coming on sounding like old Timberlake. That's crazy. And then the new Post Malone record's really good. Overdrive, such a good song.
Yep.
His 3 singles have been solid.
No, they are.
I think
Overdrive is by far the best one.
I think his album is, if those 3 singles are any indication of what the album's gonna be, that project's gonna be solid. I think.
So Travis hasn't released any singles?
No.
You think he's just gonna come out?
He doesn't have to.
No, he's got that audience like that.
Sicko Mode didn't come out first.
Really?
Sicko Mode came out with the album.
Was any of those singles? He just dropped the album?
Just dropped the album.
That's crazy.
And it blew up like it did. Let the work speak for itself.
No, I mean,
because if you remember,
he's got it like that.
I showed you the video. DJ Academics was listening to the album when it first came out, and DJ Academics was the one when he put on Sicko Mode. He's like, this song's called Sicko Mode, and then he listened to it. Then Drake comes on, and he flips shit, and that's how everybody felt.
Yeah.
And when someone like DJ Academics, who's a very strong voice for the hip hop community, when he goes crazy, we all kind of go crazy.
Yeah.
And then it was all over the radio, and then there you go. Well. Having Drake on your record is like an automatic ticket to the radio, but
absolutely.
So that is
and then the Coco Jones record with Timberlake.
JT.
No, yeah. Insane. If y'all haven't heard that, y'all need to go listen to that record.
ICU remix. ICU. I've heard ICU before. That record's crazy, but it's a remix with Justin Timberlake, and Justin Timberlake came on.
He does
sounding like the 2020 Experience Justin Timberlake. The JT sex,
that we
love.
Yeah,
not that Man of the Woods shit. But
no, because when you played it for me, and because you always do this thing where you play the new songs.
I love doing that.
I know.
I love seeing you realize who's who.
Yeah. So Brandon does this thing where when new music happens, he, typically he brings it to me, and so he'll just be like, "Hey, I have a new song to show you," and so
I've put my phone upside down,
and he'll just play the song, and I just have to listen to the artist,
to experience it,
and I have to try to see if I can realize who it is, because a lot of time it's somebody I know. And so, he's playing the song, and at first, I don't remember, I said somebody who I thought it was at first, because in the very beginning part, it doesn't sound like him to me. And then as Brandon was like, just wait. And then it goes a little further, and I was like, my God, that's Justin Timberlake.
He does his classic harmonizing, and you're like, oh my God, no one can really harmonize like JT. No. His is different.
Yeah.
And in the other rap beef, Childish Gambino and Drake are beefing. Again, seeming a little one-sided on Drake's part. But Childish Gambino did an interview where the interviewer asked him about This Is America. And Childish Gambino, in really no sauce on it, he said it was going to be a Drake diss. Obviously, Drake is from Canada, and he's saying This Is America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a Drake diss. And then he said, when I listened to it and when it was all put together, I saw a different direction I could take it. And so it became a politically aware song. And thus, this is what we got. That's it from Gambino. That's it.
Right.
Drake is on tour right now. And Drake has been kind of calling out people and kind of sending shots to like Kendrick and people. Speaking of the shot at Kendrick, Drake was saying, he didn't say Kendrick's name, but Drake said, I'm giving y'all a new album soon. It's gonna be called For the Dogs. It's supposed to be the old rappity rap Drake, which sign me the fuck up for.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was it, and he said, I can't be one of those rappers that releases music every 3 to 5 years. And everybody was saying that's a Kendrick.
That's a Kendrick.
That's a Kendrick shot. And they go back and forth. They'll go back and forth till the end of time. No one will ever drop a record. No one will ever drop bars at each other. They'll just go back and forth till the end of time.
Yeah.
But
some
Drake,
diss tracks to each other from them would be crazy.
Insane. But Drake about Gambino, obviously Drake saw that interview, and Drake said, "This Is America" is the most overrated, over-awarded song of all time. Because I'm pretty sure This Is America won like a Grammy or
as it should.
It won. It's a great song, but he's saying it's the most overrated, over-awarded song of all time.
Sir, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
I love you.
You're just wrong.
I love you, Aubrey, but
yeah, no. Love your music, will always be a supporter, but you are wrong on this one. You know, and that seems to be the thing with Drake. I feel like he just gets petty.
He's the petty king.
He's so petty, and then he just says things, and I'm like, I don't even think you really believe that. I think you're just saying it because you're mad.
And he can.
Yeah.
And he can. But yeah, so that's the
no, this is America is like, that's
a
fantastic song.
Burst the conversation of should if it were to go to that, how will it pan out? Because they're both cinematical guys. I mean,
if it were to go to what? If it were to go to
diss records, just whatever. Because Drake's a funny guy. Drake's great on camera. So is Childish Gambino. Drake can rap. Childish Gambino can rap.
Gambino, I could see him doing a diss track.
He's fighting a monster though.
Right. I could see him doing a diss track, but I don't know that he's ever going to be the dude on camera, like, not Drake is trash. Like, talking shit.
He's going to be funny about it.
Right. I just think
he's a comedian. He's a comedian.
I think he's more composed with it, whereas I feel like Drake could get a little more, like, salty and, like, nah, bro, like, But who knows?
So that's what's going on. Do you want to talk about Jonah Hill and his girlfriend?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Alrighty. So Jonah Hill went up and texted his girlfriend, and essentially
now ex, right?
I found out that this is actually years old.
Oh, really? But it's just now being released.
Yeah, guess what? Jonah Hill just had a baby with his current girl. So then she releases all. Y'all gotta stop.
Women are wild.
Y'all gotta stop. Whenever y'all see the new man happy, then you want to start pulling some shit that happened in y'all's relationship. But
just why you gotta just mind your own business.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the text
the little
messages.
Screenshot.
Here we go.
No, this has been a thing. Right. I've seen a couple posts about it on Instagram.
Yes.
And stuff.
So here we go. Jonah Hill texted his. So I was on a side. And then I found more context.
Oh.
So here we go. He said, Jonah Hill says, plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, and to have friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past beyond getting lunch or coffee or something respectful, then I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you happiness, I support it. And there will be no hard feelings. Those are my boundaries for romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. Doesn't sound too bad. Till you find this out. She's a surfer. A professional surfer. And he's saying, don't surf.
So he's saying don't
surf with men, but she's a surfer.
Like that's her profession.
That does surfing things with all genders, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then telling her she can't model. Here's what I don't understand. Okay, all of these professions, she was before they met. Why do you get with the girl that does things you don't like and then try to change things?
Yeah.
That's controlling, no?
No, it is. And also, I think we could probably agree, Jonah Hill is, hilarious, and that's what he's known for.
In movies. This shit ain't funny.
No, not at all. That's what I meant. I mean, as an actor, he is hilarious. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to, his aesthetics, he's not the most aesthetically pleasing.
You're going to go to a place that I want you to go.
Thank you. He's not the most aesthetically pleasing looking person. And so, if, as that person.
We get that. We get it. We get it.
Your girl's not a model over here.
Jonah. We get it.
We get it, my friend. So, but to be of somebody of his status, you are gonna, pull women that you probably wouldn't normally pull, but that is still, you're still human, and your insecurities are still there. So if you look like, average Joe Schmo, and you're getting with Miss Jennifer Aniston over here, like, there's gonna be some, I'm insecure, and so this is my boundary, when it's not really my boundary. I'm just insecure, and so I don't want you to do it.
You smoked that.
So
I don't even. that was in my mind, and you pulled it out. I was gonna say that, then you said it. The only thing I'll add is ugly dudes are insecure.
It's just how it is.
Ugly dudes are harder to be with because this is why the attraction level is important. Because Jonah Hill strikes me. Obviously, don't know him from Adam.
Right, he's a celebrity.
I don't know anything about Jonah Hill, but he strikes me as a somewhat realistic dude. Like, he's aware about
how he is looking.
How he is. And and when there's that big difference between, me and you.
Right. You're super hot, I'm average.
And everybody is just so fucking terrified to waste time or to get hurt that you end up sending texts like that.
Right.
And before I found out she literally is a model and a surfer, I was like, he's just saying shit that he doesn't want to deal with. But when I found all that out, I'm like, dude, you can't get in with the chick.
Yeah.
And this is what we talked about the last pod, where you pull the most attractive chick you can find and, you try to make it work. Because that's the number one goal of most men and most women for that matter. The idea is that you pull the best looking person in your opinion that will commit to you, and then everything else will work that out later.
Right.
And that's not how these fucking relationships should work.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be about
you can't get with the OnlyFans girl. And then when she starts making content, you're like, no, you got to stop that. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Don't get with the OnlyFans chick. If you don't want to be with the girl that surfs with men, I got an idea. Don't be with the surfer. Holy shit, bro.
No, seriously.
That's insane. That's crazy. But
no, because at that point you are just getting into a relationship with an attractive person and then trying to change everything about them.
And you're so scared.
And then you're not even with that person anymore.
You're so scared that person is shallow and might be. I don't know her.
Right.
I know her even less than Jonah Hill, but you're so terrified when you pull that baddie, you pull that crazy chick, can't believe she's with me, can't believe we're together. You get terrified that she's shallow and you don't know it, and she's gonna just find the next dude, cheat on you, or just straight up leave you.
Right.
And so you try to you throw the cuffs on her, and you want to put her in the kitchen, put her in a milk churning or a butter churning
like what
outfit.
Drake says in his Desires song.
What Drake says in Desires, he said, "I'm gonna put you in a place where no one can find you because you have desires."
Katy, Texas. What does he say?
I think it says Katy, Texas, Dallas, Texas, a place.
Katy, Texas, Dallas, Texas.
Somewhere no one can find you because you got desires.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Drake.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, like you. It's the same. It's the exact same concept. Is we're gonna be together. You can't talk to other men.
Right. And I think this. Right. No. Exactly. And I think this goes into a conversation, which is what we're talking about. That I think that it's super important that you are pretty evenly matched in attraction as a couple. I don't think that you can, when you see, I mean, sometimes it works out, there's exceptions to every rule ever, but I don't think that you can get, a super, super, super attractive dude that's with the average woman, like I just think, he's going to get a crap ton of attention from other women, and that's going to, as a general rule, not all men, but as a general rule, men are tempted when they get that much attention to lean into it. And so I just don't think it works. And the same with, you know, the opposite, you know, if you have this super attractive woman, like in this situation, you know, and then your average dude, like, you know, she's going to be tempted because of all of the attention she gets for being so attractive. And that's going to make
but that's not 1,000% though.
No,
she
no,
could
no,
just be down.
No, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. There's that's what I said. There's an exception to every
rule. Maybe unlikely.
There's an exception to every rule. But as a general rule, I think that, you know, you need to be pretty evenly matched with your partner in attraction level or in, you know, just overall how you look, because I just don't think it works otherwise. I think that there's just too much. And now, like I said, there's exceptions to every rule, and there's women who are completely down, and there's men who are completely down who are more attractive than their partners. But as a general rule, I think you need to be on the same field.
I think that it takes a super headstrong person to, like, someone that looks like Jonah Hill and looks like that girl who is the typical,
right?
I mean, it's what you would expect. It takes a special person to not assume and not be worried. You know, you have to be really good with yourself. That's what we all strive for, right? We all strive for that security, that
with yourself,
that self-love, where it's like, I'm at a point where I'm not like, it's not like, oh, she's not leaving me. I'm not at that point, but I'm at the point where it's like, if she wants to leave me or she wants to fuck around, then that's just what was going to happen.
Right.
So let it happen.
Yep.
You know, that's where I'm at. And that's confident in reality, not confident in myself.
No, I get that.
That makes sense.
I've kind of gotten to that place too, where I'm like, you know, it's going to happen how it's going to happen. And, you know, we took our vows, and hopefully those vows are, you know, what they are. And, you know, I believe them to be true. And, you know, if something happens, you know, then that was what was supposed to happen. I'm just a very big believer in what's supposed to happen is what will happen.
Now, my final topic.
Yep.
And this is hilarious. So I'm going to shout out another podcast. I listen to the Joe Budden podcast. So, I've listened to it for years and years now.
Them things are long.
Yep. It's my routine to watch it or listen to it rather. And this thing is circling the internet. And I want to point out how untrue it is, and someone was caught trying to spread it, and someone shut him down.
Gotcha.
So for those who don't know, and I'm pretty sure this audience probably doesn't, but on the Joe Budden podcast, there's obviously Joe Budden, one of my favorite rappers of all time. There's Ice, Ish, Melissa Ford, and Queen's Flip.
Ice and Ish.
Yeah. So in this, there's a article that is sweeping the internet that is doctors and gynecologists and stuff like that. This is the article. This isn't the truth. This is the article.
Okay.
And Chris D'Elia just mentioned it, so it's circling. That doctors are going to stop calling vaginas and start calling it a bonus hole for respect of the trans community. And listen to me.
Listening.
This is and articles like this are spread by right-wing propaganda all the fucking time. But Melissa Ford of the Joe Budden podcast started a segment where she's livid and she's saying this is crossing the line, this is too crazy, and Ice fact-checked it and said, yo, this is completely false.
Yeah.
Live on the pod. Said, this is not true. There's like a study. There's an article that was in either Canada or the United Kingdom. It wasn't here. There's one article where someone wrote something that said, we should call them bonus holes, blah, blah, blah. But there is zero dictation for any doctor to call it anything other than a vagina. But my point is, people are taking off with this, and it's the kitty litter in schools. Remember the kitty litter in school thing?
No.
Joe Rogan
don't get me started.
Was the spreader of this information. Joe Rogan reads right-wing stuff on Facebook and talks about it on his pod like it's fact. So schools are having kitty litter, and how Joe Rogan gets out of this, Joe Rogan always says, I have a buddy. And Joe Rogan said, I have a buddy whose wife is a teacher in a school, and they have kitty litter in schools for kids that identify as furries. And this was spread on Fox News and right-wing related resources, and it's not true. Why are there kitty litter in schools? For school shooters to block the doors. That's why there's kitty litter.
I just can't. I cannot. And let me tell you something. As somebody who has worked in schools, no, it's just not true.
And then Joe Rogan got called out on his podcast,
should.
and he backpedaled that. He's like, "Oh well, I had a conversation with my friend who had that wife, and that wife said that she doesn't really remember, and blah blah blah." Just went back and forth, but it went viral, and it went everywhere.
Of course, because he's got millions of listeners.
It's bad.
When you have a platform like that and you use it in
It's
that
irresponsible.
Way, it's so irresponsible.
But anyways, I'm off top. I'm off thing. But this is starting to make its rounds like that. Where they're like, oh, we can't even call it a vagina anymore. It's not real. It's not a real thing. It's one article that's even out of the USA. I'm pretty sure it was in the United Kingdom.
Also, what a weird term instead of vagina.
It's hilarious.
Bonus hole?
But no.
What the hell is that?
I'm letting this out right now because everybody's going to see someone that thinks that it's real.
Yeah.
Your family will probably put it in a group chat. It's not real.
If I see that, I'm going to lose my mind.
It's not. Someone cherry picked one article, not even from here, not from any credited source. Mm-hmm. And here we are. Yeah. It might have been some health source from one person that has an opinion. And if someone, it's not hard for me to wrap my head around that someone thinks that we should call it a bonus hole to, keep in mind trans people that don't have it or whatever. But that's not happening.
Right.
It's not real, no matter what your opinion on it. But I just wanted to get that out there so it's before it hits you.
Right.
But
no, that's crazy.
But Melissa Ford of the Joe Biden podcast got checked.
Did she get upset that she got checked?
No, she was like, thank God.
Oh, okay.
But that's Joe Budden has millions of listeners. That's so irresponsible. We can't get on these platforms.
Yep.
And just I saw this article and say it like it's fact. Mm-hmm. It's irresponsible. We gotta chill out, man.
Yeah.
We gotta chill out.
We can't say these things as fact if we don't have plenty of resources to back it up.
This is your underwhelming couple reminder of the week to fact check your shit.
Somebody tells you something, fact check it.
Fact check it before you give it to the next person. Before you just fact check it. It takes
because that stuff spreads like fire.
It takes 30 seconds
Google
to fact
search.
check. Look at the source. Mm-hmm. If you've never heard of the source, don't listen to it.
Yup.
Stick to your sources. That's all I'm saying, man.
Stick to good sources.
Yeah, Fox News isn't a source because they have sources in themselves, and their sources are fucked up.
For sure.
And I'm sure it's same for NBC and all of them, but make sure we stay true to our sources.
Gotta check our stuff.
Don't read anything from The Onion. Remember The Onion? All the crazy articles that were on The Onion?
It's still going.
Anyways.
You got more news for me?
That's it. That's where I'll end it.
So are we...
Fact check your shit, guys.
Yup. Fact check.
We're going to close it out with music recommendations. You got one?
Well, I was going to ask you first, sir.
Though. Well, no, I talked about it earlier, so I'm gonna stick with the new Post Malone song.
Okay.
I'm gonna go new Post Malone, Overdrive. Fantastic record. Mm-hmm. All his singles have been super solid.
Yep.
And I cannot wait for this album. I don't know the date. While you're doing your music rec, I'm gonna
look at the date.
I'm gonna see if I can Post Malone new album. But yeah, new song Overdrive.
Well, let's see when it comes out. I want to know too.
Austin is the name of the 5th studio album by American rapper singer Post Malone. He's not a rapper. It is set to be released through Mercury and Republic Records on July 28th. So not next week, but the week after.
Yep, that's awesome. So excited for that.
Crazy. So Post
2
Malone.
weeks. 2 weeks.
New Post Malone. We're gonna be bumping that.
2 weeks.
What you got for your music recommendation?
My recommendation for music is actually this album that's chilling behind me. My favorite band of all time is called Bearton.
Yep.
Yep, Bearton. Nope, my favorite band of all time is called Bearsden. They're from the UK. They're amazing. If you've never heard of them, please go give them a listen. This album right here, my wonderful husband actually bought me as an early birthday present. I was so stoked to receive it. I never thought I would have something of theirs on vinyl. It's crazy. But this album specifically is called Red Earth and Pouring Rain. It is by far their best album in my opinion. Go give it a listen, cover to cover. It's amazing. And, please.
That's it.
That's it. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
I'm shutting it down.
Bye, friends.